Hello, hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. We're going to get some good vibes from the universe to get our week started. And as you know, of course, this is a timeless reading, Scorpio. But if you're watching this real time, we do have a new moon in Libra happening on, I believe, the 21st. You can fact check me on that. But so there's this lot of energy here for Scorpio. I don't know. I keep seeing like a pressure cooker in my mind. And if you've ever worked with one of those, it's like, psh. So I don't know if there's like an explosive energy happening, but I feel like it's explosive creativity. I also feel like there's this drive, right? An energy that's been maybe on hold for a while. So let's see what the cards tell us. It says, stop looking outside of yourself for answers. You already know them. So if you've been waiting for clarity from outside of source, outside of you, the universe says, nah, keep going. Go forward because you already know the answer. You already have the keys. This reads repeating patterns, number 5. So be mindful of that awareness. What is the lesson? And you need to break the cycle. 5 is a number of change and disruption, but change is a catalyst for your betterment. So if you start to see a cycle coming up, I'm getting that 6 of Cups vibes. If you start to see something come up, that could be the pressure cooker, because I just feel like something really takes off where you're like, oh, I can't do this one more day. And it could just be that you're looking for a reason to get out of a situation, like the straw that breaks the camel's back. And the reason is because you want to. Enough said. No is a complete sentence. This says, I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. And the affirmation reads, it is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. Thoughts become things. So if you are experiencing a loop of negativity because of the environment that you're needing to be in for one reason or the other, the universe creates a path for those thoughts to change and become where it is that you want to be. And I'm going to read it again. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. I want you to comment that below to enter into the mini read contest. I am unlimited. I am unlimited. I can barely say it. I'm limitless. You can comment that too, right? You can create your reality. As a matter of fact, you're the only one that can do it, actually. So when you have a perception of a barrier, what can we do to get past that? So let's ask the universe for advice on how to break through barriers, especially ones of the mind, because the mind is the strongest thing happening, right? You know, I said 6 of Cups about a pattern and it coming up and being a catalyst. No joke. The 6 of Cups flies forward. We're taking it, right? Oh my, okay. We're taking it. The 6 of Cups comes forward with the 8 of Cups. So 8 of Cups is the journey for more. I saw a couple other cards there, but the universe, my guys, are telling me take the 6 and the 8. So give me 1 second. This is about releasing patterns. You know, our solar return is here. That new moon in Libra is asking us to release patterns, bring things back into balance for ourselves. The moon card. Okay. So let's see what that's about. Maybe some indecision on your end about what the journey forward looks like because it's the unknown, right? You've been comfortable in a situation, and you know, we're fixed signs. So comfort, it's not like you're living the lap of luxury in a certain situation. It's just that it's become normal. It's become, you know, just what's there. And it's enough to sustain you because look, the 8 of cups is about you have 8 full cups. That's nothing to sneeze at. 8 cups is good. But you want the 9 and 10. And the 9 is one of independence and the 10 is one of fulfillment. So whatever is in these 8 cups, it's become fixed in your life. It's become there. And Scorpio is saying no, because then that just becomes a pattern and it's the same old thing. And it's funny because I just released a career and money reading and that came up as well, where it was Scorpio's been in a situation that's, you know, it's just become comfortable. You know, you clock in, you clock out, you wake up, you go to bed, you see the kids, whatever. It's the same pattern. But this goes deeper. It's not just about your calendar patterns. This is about your emotional patterns, your emotional patterns actually, because we've got all water energy here. 6 of cups, 8 of cups, and the moon card. This new moon's going to ask you to really dig deep and find out what is the origin story. Interesting. What's the origin story of these patterns? So let's get some advice. How can we break ourselves out of that universe? How can we break ourselves out of the origin story, even when we know it? What can we do? Guys, don't forget, let's see here. I am limitless or I am unlimited. I will take either. Comment that below. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands. So I asked how we can get out of the origin story. Ace of Wands, adventure. Get that fire under your ass, right? Get that that desire to take action. After a review and time and discomfort, it starts to make sense. Like, you know what? It's not going to, it might not be this anymore, but it's certainly not going to go to the 7 of cups. You know, we're not going backwards. The universe says, take a chance. Bring laughter back into your life, right? Break out of that cycle, break your algorithm wide open. For whatever reason, the vision that they showed me was a coconut being broken, a coconut shell. You know, in some traditions, you can tell the future and divine with coconuts. So I'm wondering what that's about. In Santerias, actually, you throw coconut shells. 1 second. What is that about? Why am I hearing this? I heard it puts the lime in the coconut. So that gives something tangy, something that is strange. Give me 1 second. What's that about? Hold, please. Maybe somebody needs a tropical vacation. Honey, I do. 1 moment. Keep going. The Knight of Swords. Knights are in pursuit. This is of truth, clarity, communication, ideas. Seeking information. All right, hold on. The Lover's card, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Well, we like that. So crossroads information, crossroads, right? You've got the 3 of Pentacles. You're in the creating mode. And you're very inspirational, very attractive. People want to help you. People want to come forward. People are attracted to you. And, you know, and I don't necessarily mean romantically, although Scorpios, we can get called crazy all day, but we're never called ugly, honey. We are a good looking, sexy bunch of people. Trust me in that. So perhaps there's this energy here about putting yourself back out there. 1 moment. I literally, I just keep seeing this coconut and the lime, and I keep seeing like, and I think what they're trying to tell me is like to shake it up, do something different, like go out of bounds. I heard go out of bounds. Interesting. 1 second. Let me get some clarification on that, because that is a strange message, but I have to honor it because I keep seeing it. So it might mean something to somebody. I said shake it up, right? So the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is all about expansion. It is about luck and right timing. This is Jupiter energy. This is like things happening rapidly. And the universe is saying like, listen, we're gonna change some things for you, but you've got to hop on the train when the train comes to get you. It may not look how you want, it may not be what you expect, but it's everything you need and more. And fun is the key here. Fun and laughter. And I've said this before, but they're really, really bringing it home that fun, laughter, fulfillment, all of those things breaks out of a stagnant energy, but you have to create it. You have to find ways to bring light into your life so that way they can find you. Okay. I've got the Magician card and I've got the Five of Cups. So there's change upon us. Patterns could be repeating. The universe is saying, ask for more, walk away from things that as they emerge. Bring yourself back into balance. There's parts of you haven't discovered yet. That Moon card comes through. Adventure is calling your name, but it's about, you've got to take that. So for example, I'm going to compare this to like working out. Recently, my son and I were talking and I was just explaining to him, as he's just one of the wisest young men I know. I was just actually complaining a bit. He's also a Scorpio. And I was like, I feel a little lonely. I feel bored. And he says, if you're going to do something based on motivation alone, it's never going to work because motivation will come and go. He's right. He said, the key to doing things, he told me, the key to doing things is to just be consistent, because consistency is not an emotional thing. It's an action-oriented thing. And that's 100% true. And I'm looking at this Knight of Swords, this is action. This is action-oriented. This is not based on emotion. This is logic. And so perhaps that is the key right there. The universe is saying there's a lot of emotional things coming up to the surface, especially this week. Lots of emotions coming up, having you maybe, stuck in a pattern, maybe a little bit feeling like, why isn't my life changing the way I want it to? All of that is based here. Consistency is an action item you can take, and one that doesn't require even like, oh, I wish I could. It's just, okay, I got to get up and do this. I got to get up and do that. And just make it a habit is the key here. Make the new thing a habit to break out of an old pattern. Yeah, okay. So hold on. Let me keep going a little bit. Stop. They just took my attention back to stop looking outside of yourself for answers. I just heard like comparison is next to devil energy. Because you're meant to do different. You're meant to create your own path. You're meant to live life the way you want to. So if you're in a partnership, whether that be at work, at home, and friends, that's keeping you in a cookie cutter type vibe, that's not healthy. It's not really working. A lot of communication has to happen this week. Knight of Wands. Interesting. So we've got the Knight of Wands. Hold on. Let me take these real quick. I've got the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Fool card, and the Sun card. And they want me to take it like this. So this feels to me like you might really be having to confront someone that's been dishonest. This is just a catalyst right here. Confront someone that's been dishonest. And then we've got the Sun card and the Fool card, which these are really, really good. So this is a fresh beginning, but energetically happy, vibrant. And it's funny because the Libra energy, which is all about balancing the scales, here you've got the more difficult things that you've got to face, but facing those and making a choice to be consistent versus just like the emotional motivated, I wish I could. It's just take the action to get the party started, so to speak, lead you to that 8 of Cups and that fulfillment. It's a bit of a week filled of rediscovery and redirection. And I know I say that a lot in the most recent videos, but that's because, tarot doesn't just give you brand new answers each day. It's a buildup, right? It's the energetic buildup. Like, okay, this is what we're working on this month. This is what we're working on. And tarot is therapy, quite frankly. So this is information to help you build a strong foundation to break out of a cycle. And again, what repeating patterns are coming through? How can you break the cycle? And what's the illusion, right? What's the root story? What's the origin story of your pattern? Is it because you've told yourself that you haven't accomplished XYZ, which was that 5 of Cups here? You've told yourself, or someone else has told you, you can't accomplish this because the universe says that's not true. That's just not yours to accomplish. That's someone else's stuff. That's already been done by someone else. You're meant to pave something new. So again, let's look at the patterns. Let's look within for answers. Let's get that new beginning started. You are unlimited, Scorpio. And I'm going to read this again because it's so important. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. That's not going to come from outside of you, ever. It's a self-owned, operated, and managed situation. You are the CEO of yourself. So I hope that makes sense, Scorpio. I am unlimited. This reads, when I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Trust the universe, but you have to have that connection. Who is God? You are God. Connect with yourself. Know thyself. It is the absolute most important work you will ever do in this universe. It is a universe. So you need to understand yourself. Thank you, Scorpio, so much for your time, your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. If you're looking for a personal message, please book your tarot session with me at starswithstasi.com. All the links are in the description box. And as always, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead, and remember that you are unlimited. Shine brightly.